Howdy y'all, I hope you're having a great day. Silvertrade here again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how BRKA and GameStop were connected, Roaring Kitty and Greg are connected, and we're going to talk a little bit more about AMC than we normally do. But first, Justice Bronk, just a bro on X, what an intelligent individual. He had a long post about how Greg could be Roaring Kitty, or they know each other. I really appreciated Justice Bronk. So Greg's username has a whole bunch of numbers after it like we all know. 166. 6 plus 6 equals 12. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. And L is number 12. G, I, L, L, Greg Gill. And then we know two of Roaring Kitty's favorite numbers are 69 and 420. And I'm sure we all remember when Roaring Kitty posted this meme and we couldn't figure out what it meant. If you look at these from the top down, it's pointed at 1 p.m., 6 p.m., 6 p.m., and then 9 p.m. here at the bottom. And then there's two spaces right here. 166 space space 9. Right here. 166 space space 9. How amazing is that? And in another one of Roaring Kitty's memes, Greg's numbers line up perfectly. 769354. 769354. This is in one of Roaring Kitty's memes. Pretty stinking quick. And the odds of all of those numbers lining up in order is a 0.0032% chance, according to Gronk. So, quote unquote impossible. And we all know that Roaring Kitty posted this meme way back in the day. Roaring Kitty Gill. And then the suitcase randomly opens, and then the G starts floating around. Could that G be the Greg? Be Roaring Kitty hinting that he has Greg as like a shadow account to kind of just watch? And really, maybe he was trying to say Reg right here for Reg Show. Oh my goodness. There's two of them talking. I really think that Roaring Kitty might be in contact with Ryan Cohen, but at this point I think we've solidified that Roaring Kitty either is Greg, owns Greg, or works with Greg. There's a lot between Greg and Roaring Kitty, and I'll continue to make videos on it as we find it. Greg's followed by GameStop, and I'm pretty sure that's Martin Shkreli. And Just a Bro also had a post about how Greg could be the one that's showing us all the Roaring Kitty emojis. And XRT is at 250% short. For anybody who's seen all my videos, this will be old news, but for anybody who's new, look how interesting this is. Berkshire Hathaway stock. Never before was there any volume for years and years and years and years and years. And right at 2021, February of 2021, their average volume went from about 1,000 per day closer to 5, 6, 7,000 plus. And it stayed like that until about this year. I really think GameStop. Please remember, none of this is financial advice and we are not financial advisors. This video was made for entertainment purposes only. But I really think they were routing all of GameStop's buy orders here. I mean, the volume increased 5-fold right after the sneeze. And then, what do you think happened right here when it all ended? When you look at the 4-hour and really zoom in, you can see how it very abruptly ended. All the volume ended on about 6.6. 6.7. I wonder if the volume for GameStop started to pick up around that time. And yes, you can literally see it. There's no volume because it's all going to BRKA. A few of them start getting through and actually going to GameStop. Nothing. But right as we got into June, the volume for GameStop started ramping up like crazy. BRKA went to $185 per share on 603. I wonder what GameStop did on 603. Wow. That was the morning that it pumped all the way up to $40 per share due to quote-unquote some glitch. Isn't that incredible? And then look, now the volume is still pretty low, but still much higher than it was back here. So I wonder if some of the orders are still going here, but this whole line happened because a new law came out and they were no longer able to do this. But this is the reason that we were going straight down until about this year.
From your sleep the drying of your tears today. We escape, we escape.
A lot of my competition / friends, when it comes to GameStop and AMC YouTubers, they'll make the same video about the same stuff 4 or 5 times in a day, and that's a smart way to do it. YouTube will push out your videos more, and YouTube will pay you more because they pay you off of your watch hours. I don't want to just be pushing out junk for y'all to watch. I want to make short and sweet videos that are jam-packed with information. So if you would, please leave a like and subscribe. It would mean the world, and then I'll know to make more weekend content. There was one point where Greg put the entire Bee movie script in an X post, and we know that Roaring Kitty has hinted at bees as well, with Be My Victim. And then if you'll look, 0045, 0045, 0045G. They all have 0045, but if you flip it around, it's Mr. G, and I really just think that's a 0, not a 2. But if it was 420, that would be really cool. GameStop on the chart. Oh my goodness, can we just celebrate that we finished above $32 per share for the first time in over 2 years? And there's a really good chance that Roaring Kitty posts this weekend or soon. And every portion of the market sold off today, so that's why we saw a pretty big dump in GameStop. But then it quickly recovered well above max pain as well. So just think about all the options that actually expired in the money and might be exercised. I'm really happy to see that we finished over $30 per share. And when you look at the chart, we were stuck below 31.65, stuck below 31.65, kept bouncing. Today fell down to 31.65 hard, and then we started recovering. As long as we can get above 33.11, we're about $33 per share on Monday. With all the excitement, all of the FOMO, and us finishing well above max pain, next week I could really see us hitting $40 per share. If we start Monday out strong and get above $33 per share, I expect us to hit 40 at some point. And like we're always talking about, the chart has to come back and kiss it, and then it can take off. The chart just looks so stinking good. And AMC, it's a really hard chart to read. When you press on the daily, it's like, well, frick, what do I do? I mean, there's nothing to see here. We bottomed out at about $2.30, pumped way up to about $5.70, and now we're flirting with the midpoint. And yes, AMC's at $4 per share, but we know that that's a very strong floor for it. If we want to think that AMC is bullish at all, we need to get through this $4.40 level and hold above it, which could be tricky because of the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. We're at the midpoint right now, so this is make or break. Either it starts going up or it goes down. I think it's going to go up next week. But as long as we get above this 440, AMC looks golden. And this is how our chart today compares with the one from back in December of 2020, right before the sneeze. Very exciting. But see, there's a lot of really good pullbacks, but as long as it's making higher lows. With the cat reporting, there were tens of billions of trades that were not reported to the cat correctly, occurring in the exact same time period as the GME rise. Tens of billions of trades. Oh my goodness. And so there's a few theories out there that think Roaring Kitty could be holding some AMC. This could be true because in his live stream, he's talked about how his favorite stocks that he buys, his favorite picks, are always stocks with like 200 to 700 million market cap. 5 billion market cap isn't even considered small for him. He likes the tiny market caps. And since AMC is at 1.5 billion right now, and now they've over 36 times it, and then they just announced another share offering. And not to trash AMC, but GameStop has had a lot of stuff that they've been doing, and it's been obvious. We've seen the CEO of PSA say that it is Elon Musk type shit with Ryan Cohen. Who talks good about Adam Aaron? Like, AMC did the ape thing, they did the Hycroft mining thing. Maybe it'll work out long term, but that doesn't help the situation right now. I mean, AMC has not done any good moves except for debt consolidation. AMC has over $4 billion in long-term debt. Cash on hand AMC, like the CEO takes a salary while doing this to the stock. What? I mean, what kind of CEO is going to take a salary while doing this to his shareholders? But a lot of smart money is terrified to get into AMC because of all the diluting. If you were to get a new CEO at AMC, this thing would probably spike directly to $20 or $30 per share, just because of how much smart money dislikes AA. But then again, I guess he's their little puppet. And like we talked about too, this could certainly be a huge turning point for AMC, as long as we do not go below $4 and get comfortable. And there's a rumor that banks buying into meme stocks is a bad thing because then they're able to push down the stock more. It's entirely false. They don't need to own the stock to push it down. Just seeing the banks take such a bullish position in meme stocks is extremely bullish. The banks can do whatever they'd like. The banks are always the highest donors, and then the banks get taken care of by the politicians. They don't need to own stock to push it down. Especially Bridgewater, like we recently talked about, because they don't buy off of hype, they don't buy off of charts, they buy off of numbers, and they only buy when they know it's going to work. With how this chart looks, really AMC could see an explosive Monday. And thank you guys so much for over 100 likes on the last video. Y'all are way too good to me. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. I hope you learned something new from this video. God bless. Thank you.